I am the stoppage. Just do an analysis on it. I don't want to do that. Look, I'm not a numbers guy. Anyway, race number 1 of Grimy versus Thouther about to get underway here. Looks like Thouther's a little bit behind. I'm gonna have to regenerate.
Thouther, it's just now getting started for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna regenerate Thouther.
You absolutely throw for that. That is like, what an amazing start to a run. But do you take the gold cutlass? That's the question.
I personally don't. I'm a big fan of my throwable.
Yeah, me too. I think it's justified in this promotion, though. It's not justified in probably, Obsidian.
Yeah.
Although, like, some people are very good with gold kills and, justify it that way. But it's just so awful if you have Coral Rift 1 and don't have a throwable.
Yeah, exactly. It's the worst feeling in the world, having to fight that fight without being able to throw.
Yeah, Para, that's a good point, Para. Blast Helm does mitigate it some amount. Not completely, but...
Yeah, it does go a long way to making it a lot more bearable.
That said, I think people really overrate the Cutlass. Not so much high-tier racers, but especially, Titanium and Blood-tier racers. We sort of complained about it at the beginning of it being like, man, this just makes the game totally east mode.
But yeah, you're gonna just jump into a group of enemies and wail on things.
Yeah, but you still, there's still things that you take damage to. And those things are often really difficult to escape when you are on the Cutlass, like Grimy.
Grimy, yeah, exactly. Showing a perfect example of something you don't get protected from. Basically, non-physical damage is kind of the way I describe it.
Yeah, it just, it's just not very fast. Like, it's a spear that sometimes is better than a spear and sometimes is worse than a spear in terms of speed.
Yeah.
Clearly better in terms of safety, but not, it's just not, it's not the kind of safety that is valuable in these races.
Exactly. It's you've summed it up perfectly. It's not good in races for the kind of protection that it provides. I would have loved to have seen the Cutlass be a rapier, so you still lunge and you still get that protection and you just don't get the double damage. I would have really liked to see that, but we are where we are, I suppose.
And I'm okay with it being just like not a great speed weapon. Like,
yeah,
that seems,
that's fine. We got the axe,
Yeah. And now they're missing their flawless, so stuck on that base dagger and Ring of Shadows, which you can get away with it for a little while, but at a certain point, that's gonna slow you down.
Yeah, and I mean, Zone 2 is not the zone you really want to be running 1 damage, and that Ring of Darkness is not going to be making things much easier. There is a Conjurer on 2-3, so if Thouther's able to screen watch Grimy, might hang on to the Darkness, or looks like it's going to hang on to the Ring of Might instead. Which is fine, we'll be able to conjure, should be able to conjure a pretty decent weapon on 2-3.
Yeah, if they run into it.
Yeah, it looks like
nice gold kill from Grimy.
See, Obsidian Broadsword? It's not great. Yeah. Oh, it's just shy of money.
Dagger.
Not even. You have gold right there. There's gold right there. You grab your gold and you get a shovel. You gotta go back in for your shovel there for the sake of like 10, 15 beats.
I think there's this there's a shift that happens like midway through Titanium, which is just like, I just have to play my own game and win, versus like I actually have to do some fast things.
Yeah.
And I think Thouther is kind of like right on the borderline between that. Like, he's doing, this is like not that slow. It's like gonna be like a 5-minute Zone 3, which still happens sometimes in Obsidian and Crystal, but is not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it just feels like they're making build decisions, but not like race build decisions, you know?
Yeah, the actual build decisions they're making don't really kind of correlate to what you would expect from someone if they're actively, like, you know, keeping an eye on their opponent, actively trying to push ahead.
Yeah, at the same time, we should not let Grimy off the hook for his shopkeeper kill versus Thouther's. I mean, like, Thouther, I think, is in a much better position right now. I think he killed for what? Shovel of Courage? But, like, ended up losing time in Zone 3 despite having it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if there's gonna be a zone that
Probably
really
because he is still on Gold Cutlass.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a 2 damage cutlass, but that's basically where the positives for this weapon end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see Thouther down onto 4-1, about 20-25 beats before Grimy. Oh, a glass broadsword, not the weapon you're looking for.
Grimy seems very reliant on Boss Jest for his weapons, which is, I think, true for a lot of people and a lot of good racers, but it's really not working out in this race. You have to be able to find them in alternate places if you can't get anything out of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Conjured hers, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was a 2-3 conjurer and didn't go for a new weapon. A little bit spooky there for Grimy. He's gonna be okay. Manages to pick up this potion as well. He's trying to scoot round things too much. Just take care of the Blade Master. Oh, there you go. This could be.
Oh,
it could be good.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is.
I guess you're right.
It's a Warhammer.
It's a Warhammer. Obsidian or titanium?
Let's find out. Can't really tell yet. Looks
Obsidian.
like obsidian. Oh
You
boy.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh no, it's titanium. It must be titanium because the plus one from the Ring of Might.
Yep, you're totally right.
Alright, so Grimy with the... I mean, it's not the fastest weapon in the world, but you're going to see it outrun this broadsword. Just by virtue of being able to hit twice as many things.
Yeah, although losing that pixie is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, that one is going to hurt a little bit, but I'm sure Grimy will get over it pretty quickly. He has that potion in tow. And I mean, he's not even checking boss chess here.
I spoke way too soon on Thouther not going fast. Like, this has actually been pretty good since then. Like, in Zone 3 and Zone 4, I think went, much more the speed that you're looking for at this level.
Yeah, absolutely. Really turning on the jets towards the end of this run.
I agree with Spoody, obviously, about the heart transplant. It's just, it's a pretty incredible consumable for races, and people, appropriately value it at high levels, and I think probably don't value it enough at lower levels. Probably partially not knowing how to use it.
Yeah, it's one of these items where I can understand a lot of people not using it because it's like, oh god, how do I play Bard for 20 seconds and then go back to normal? It's a little bit of a shift, but like you said, it's such a valuable weapon, valuable item.
And this is a pretty good race right now. Grimy entering Dead Ringer probably.
Oh, and it's off the rails. Oh,
it is off the rails.
Good blood drum kill.
Yeah. The other, with the another blood drum kill. Okay, I was worried that
for a second it looked pretty ropey. Yeah.
Appropriate blood drum use on both sides. This is a good ending to this so far.
Yeah, but it does look like Grimy's going to eke out the win.
Yeah, you really need them to get bad teleports when you're behind like this. And when that doesn't happen, it's just, that's it.
Yeah, and then final hit in the neck dancer.
Good lures and good teleports.
Exactly, just as Thouther's about to get their third hit. But it is going to be Grimy that takes the first race, so up a game to nothing here.
Yep, the other just a couple hits behind, finishing it off now.
Yeah, and again, like you said, you really saw the push from Thouther towards the end of that race through Zone 4 and Zone 5.
Oh, this is a high-level titanium promotion. I'll say that much.
Yeah, we really have, with all the kind of, the talent, it moves up the tiers as the competition goes on. We're still seeing some really good races at a really good level on these lower tiers.
That's what, in this whole like discussion about the Obsidian top 5 thing, and like, oh well, what if someone from Titanium gets into that? Like, I don't know, like this race is like not, it's not a not Obsidian level race, right? Like these guys can hang. I think like maybe not everyone in Titanium can do this, but that's why these guys are in the promotion, right?
Yeah, it's probably more a question of they can do it now, but what happened earlier?
Sure, what with a good and up against a racer who will push them harder. Now, do you check that that shop? Especially with Grimy having reset.
I'm trying to see if he's resetting to check it, maybe.
Yeah, I was watching Thouther, so I didn't see like why he actually reset.
Yeah, no, me either, unfortunately. All right, Grimy's gonna rock this base cat for a little while. I'm just not a big
I don't mind it.
fan of giving up my dagger early, to be honest. Just like unless it's for a good weapon, or like another meh but throwable, then like I'll take a base spear. But I want something for Coral Rift because it's gonna be Coral Rift 1. I can see an argument for Old Faithful. I feel like that's okay with the number of like +1 damage items in the game. Post DLC, I don't hate Old Faithful. I think it can be a pretty decent pickup.
And Grimy is really sort of slow playing this Zone 1 between the resets, and going back and picking up all that Leprechaun gold. This is probably going to be over 2 minutes on 1. Presumably he was doing that because he knows he's screen watching and he knows that Conjurer is coming up. Yeah, that looks to be why getting the Chainmail and the Ring of Frost is very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Not quite as good as Thouther's Plate Mail is that Chainmail, but it's still going to give you a lot of protection. Going to use the Heart Transplant here, as we were just complaining about people not using it in the previous race. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think this is a toss-up.
I think with a 2 damage weapon, it's... Yeah, it's nice you're going to be taking care of Blade Masters and stuff. And I mean, there's a Titanium Axe in the 2-3 shop. So I think if you have the power of Foresight, then yes, absolutely. But, I'm not sure.
It's funny that Grimy can have that being in second place while Thouther is playing as Eyes, who actually has that, right? Telekinesis. Do you not play Nuclear Throne very much?
No, I own it. Okay. I haven't played much of it.
I haven't played much either, but just enough to, they do. And that mole just instantly eating the trapdoor that Grimy wanted to go in.
Yeah, brutal. Gonna have to fight his way through this exit room, and it's really not the most pleasant. It's gonna manage to get away with it without too many issues. And he's gonna be down onto King CoNDOR. Thouther down a little bit before him, but is having a couple of issues. Manages to get the conga lines back on track.
Yeah, I got the damage up for the no teleport kill. Because I think they dropped their multiplier, maybe something.
Yeah, Thouther did not get any chests after that boss fight. Ooh, Shovel of Courage there. Doesn't want anything to do with it.
If Grimy checks that shop, it's going to be different because he conjured the chainmail.
Ah, that's a good point. And
this is gross.
Yep, this is a good old Zone 3 swarm right here. Thouther is gonna just make a beeline for this shop.
Ooh, that you gotta watch out for those. This is bad.
This is really bad. Down goes Thouther.
Yeah,
wasn't quite able to handle the horde of enemies.
Yeah,
it just went. It went from bad to worse very quickly.
Yeah, And I really hate, like, it makes sense why it happens, kind of, but I kind of hate when you take damage from a shove monster because you're frozen.
Yes, it just feels bad.
Yeah. I know that, like, at root, it's just like, if shove monster bumps into you and you don't move, you take damage. Like, it's totally consistent. So, fine. But, like...
it'd be nice if it just moved you and you couldn't
anything.
perform an action.
Yeah.
Like
This is that. I mean, it's that whole thing with the, like, the debate on how staff and warlock and golem should interact.
Yeah.
It's like,
which is a whole other can of worms.
Because it's Well, I think both approaches are pretty valid, right? Like, does something make sense because it is consistent with other game mechanics, or does it make sense because, like, you just think about it? It
feels right.
You think that's how it should work.
Yeah. Alright, and yeah, as a couple of people in chat are pointing at Grimy, not in the safest position. Does have that plate mail armor, but only a heart and a half. Looking to try and build up his multiplier to break open this barrel.
Yeah. Just put it on the... Yeah,
okay. Never mind. It's not anything particularly useful, that wrist charm.
I think somebody compared this to Inkman slow play earlier, and that sounds right.
Yeah.
This is shaky.
Oh, yeah. It's getting shakier by the second, unfortunately. Trying to back off a bit. Taking a couple of hits. It was just not a great little kind of trap room for Grimy to scoot through.
Yeah.
Pushed too hard, got hit, tried to back off, got hit. What are you gonna do? Alright, thinking about what to check here. Gonna go red and get a blast helm, so that's exactly what he'll have been looking for. And I mean, outside of health, of course. But
right, that's the big one.
Those 3 bombs are real nice into the run.
Yeah, just as a panic button.
Oh yeah, even more so now with another 3 just out of that barrel there. Get your lucky charm, kids.
What? That spider just did not activate.
I've never quite understood why some do, some don't, and some are just delayed, and some will just straight up stop. Those will be like, no, I'm moving no further.
Yeah, I actually don't know about that one, because he was definitely within the range with the huge torch that he has. I don't know.
Yeah, they can be a little bit funky. Alright, Grim, I'm going to swap out to the Explorer's boots here. Wants them for, I imagine, probably for the water balls in zone 5.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of made this point the other day, yeah, and was shot down a little bit, which is fair. They can trip you up in a pretty nasty way, and the lead boots aren't
blocked by the digger.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't see, but that could definitely be it. I thought it had a clear path. Oh, shadows! Better take that. It's so weird. Like, it's a weird item to spawn because you only ever take it if A, you already have a ring.
Yeah.
And B, there's something more expensive that you want to buy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the only situation. Like that ring being available outside of the Shrine of Darkness just feels a bit funny. It'd be fine if it had like some kind of other effect as well, I think. But as it stands, it just feels odd.
And as people are pointing out correctly, missing the peace heal on the other side. Which, the other is behind, but you gotta survive if you're gonna catch up.
Yeah, exactly. And not looking too hot on health. Two cursed hearts and half a regular heart.
But it's not like Grimy's doing great either. He does have the armor, so this is more hits than it looks like, but probably still less than you'd prefer. Hopefully you can get a few more pixies on this floor.
Yeah, it looks like there is another one.
You might just explore, honestly.
I mean, I imagine Grimy is screen watching and can see the he can see Thouther bearing down on him.
Yeah, I guess they are. Another cheese in the rat trap. He's fine on health now anyway.
Yeah, like from kind of spooky to just totally fine, not a concern at all.
Yeah. Man, those
and there's a pixie
spiders.
just for good effect.
Yeah.
Oh, the Telemonkey back to the start of 4-3. That's going to cost Grimy a really significant amount of time.
Pretty significantly.
Yeah. Oh man.
Thouther
they're battling to avoid this Telemonkey. Oh, what?
Did their game freeze?
What the heck?
They tabbed out. No, they tabbed out. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that is so strange. That is really weird.
It does that weird thing where it like keeps running but stacks animations when you tab out, but you don't have the like
the
pause
setting.
When...
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
That's strange. I've never seen that before. Oh, this extra room really is brutal. Seeing it a second time.
Like Kevin always used to do this when he would stream. Is he would like when he's starting up the stream, open Pixie training. You could do it with a few other enemies too, and you'd you just set up right in front of the sarcophagus, and just leave it running while tabbed out, and then like when you'd come back, it would just be like hundreds of pixies going at you and like making this crazy noise.
Oh god.
Oh, Thouther is in a bad spot.
Oh yeah, down to 1.5 hearts here. Gonna have to preserve some of this health because the reason you have that blood shovel is to have a faster Necrodancer fight, and you're gonna need one to get ahead of Grimy.
Yeah.
Oh, Grimmy's having a bit of a bad time. Oh, it's fine. Blast him. Never mind. For a second, it was oh god, totally surrounded.
He used too many. He doesn't have a shovel.
He's down to 2 bombs. Oh, this is going to be a
and Grimy,
slower...
Thouther still has the entire floor on 5-3 to go, so like it's probably fine. Also, he just lost, or they just lost the enough health, the blood shovel fully. Although they do have enough bombs to get the first couple ones as bombs.
Yeah, it does have 4 bombs. Oh, like, this exit
oh,
room. The black skull.
Okay.
Oh, this is just this is a horrendous room.
Yeah.
And Grimy gonna use his bombs, the freeze, and
jumping into a black skelly, yeah.
Yeah, I just every time I see a black skeleton, just a little bit scared because they hit so hard. But he's got plate mail. It's fine. I'm just being a big baby. But yeah, Thouther valiantly pushing down onto the Necrodancer fight, but Grimy only has 1 hit left. And there it is. So he's going to run out your 2-0 winner and will find himself in Obsidian. And I'm not sure if has a shot at the play-in selections from Obsidian.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to run the numbers.
Yeah, but potentially. But the important thing here is a 2-0 win for Grimy over Thouther. And GG Grimy. Or Grimy. Yeah. Regardless, some good sportsmanship there from Thouther. Really fun set. Both races, plenty of action. That second one really was a bit of a nail.